One activity of daily living that can affect an individual's independence or add additional strain to a caregiver assisting a loved one is dressing. Today, we are looking at a line of adaptive apparel from a company called Joe and Bella, founded by Jimmy Zolo.
The Joe and Bella line of adaptive apparel was a passion project that was developed from caring for Jimmy's grandparents. While completing the difficult task of transitioning his grandmother into an assisted living facility, Jimmy's family was welcomed by a couple from the assisted living facility, Joe and Bella. This couple introduced themselves and offered comfort and kindness during this difficult transition. Over time, the couple, Joe and Bella, became a part of Jimmy's family. So to honor them, Jimmy named his adaptive apparel company after the couple.
What an inspirational story. Joe and Bella had multiple products that could either help independent or assisted dressers who may have lack of motion or strength in the arms or legs, limited hand and finger strength and dexterity, maybe a change in vision, cognitive decline, and tremors, just to name a few. Let's take a look at some of their clothing. So here we have Alex modeling the Joe and Bella Everyday Magnetic Button Down and the Freedom Chino pants for men. So as you can see on this shirt, we've got this nice button down look, but underneath it, we actually have magnets, okay? So why would we use magnets? If we are having trouble buttoning buttons or something like that, we have difficulty with hand dexterity, this makes it very easy for someone that has limited motion or dexterity in their hands to button that shirt. So on this shirt, the only button here at the top is an actual button is at the collar.
And the cuffs, they have buttons on them, but they don't button. So what they have is some elastic around the cuff, so it makes it easy for people to just push their hand through, and that way you don't have to worry about buttoning it up, but you still get that whole button down look. So
right.
It's really, really classy.
Right. And the other thing that I like about these cuffs here is you don't see that hole that really usually appears when you have this button.
Right.
So that when you're sliding your hand in, you're not going to get your thumb caught.
Yeah, sometimes that can happen with people's thumbs. It gets caught in there.
Right.
Painful.
And this shirt has some extra flexibility here at the back of the shoulders. You can't actually see it, but it's more flexibility in the material at the back of the shoulders to help put this shirt on. The armholes also are dropped, right?
Exactly.
Which is going to make it easier when you're putting your arms into it. So the armhole down here is dropped a little bit further, making it really nice to be able to put your arms into that sleeve.
So a word of caution about the magnets, because the magnets, people that are wearing pacemakers will have to be aware of that.
Yes, pacemakers, defibrillators, anything like that, okay? And we love this material. It is very light, it's very flexible, and it does a great job. So the Freedom Chinos, as you can see here, very nice look as far as the Freedom Chinos are concerned. We have a very nice little handle here on each side of the pants, okay? That's just to kind of help the caregiver when they're pulling those pants up or if they need to assist with pulling those pants up, all right? These actually, too, have zippers that are all the way down the sides of the pants, so you can actually zip these up from the bottom. Okay, or you can zip them down from the top. This makes very good accessibility. Let's say if you're having some swelling in your legs, something like that. If you just need to get the pants on and leave your shoes on, you know, it's energy conservation as far as doing that. As far as, so when let's just go ahead, I'm gonna just show them here, Alec. So this has a button right here. The snap is put in a very good position to prevent pressure sores as far as on the side here at the hip. So you've got that nice snap, and then this comes undone like that. So, you know, if you have to change something like an incontinence product or something like that, this makes this very easy access for an individual or a caregiver when they're using these pants. So very nice. Again, the material, the waistband, you've got a nice flexible waistband here in the back, and very flexible material that really helps with.
Yeah, and it's so stylish. You know, I feel like, you know, with the pockets and everything, when they say chinos, it looks just like chinos. Now they've got a faux fly and also faux back pockets. So you still get that sense of style even though it's adaptive clothing.
Right. Right.
For people's dignity. I think that's fantastic.
Yes. So again, anybody that is struggling with dressing themselves or they need some assistance from a caregiver, this is going to reduce the strain on those individuals, you know, whether it's hand dexterity, whether it's a lack of motion in the shoulders or legs, maybe some swelling, especially with these pants, that's awesome. Or if you need some easy access when bathrooming, whether it's changing undergarments, maybe there's a catheter or something like that. So these very good adaptive clothing. So let's take a look at our next model. So here we are with Serena, and she is modeling the Joe and Bella everyday long sleeve top and everyday side zip pants. So as you can see, this is a very stunning outfit. We have a very nice top here that we're going to go over. So I'm going to turn you just sideways here a little bit. So one of the things that we really like about this top, and we're going to turn you just a smidgen more, as it has an accessible point right here at the shoulder. This is actually a snap access. So as you can see, you can unsnap this top and it goes from here, it goes all the way down the side. So no one has to reach overhead to put this top on. This can be put, you can put your hands directly in it, just like a hospital gown.
Exactly.
You know, so if you have a caregiver assisting, this is going to really reduce the strain on the caregiver, and it's going to certainly reduce the strain on the individual, you know, whether there is difficulty with shoulder range of motion, you know, pain, anything like that.
Yeah.
Very nice, accessible top. Very flexible. So this is a great option for somebody that needs a little bit more help in regards to dressing, whether there's, you know, a cognitive decline, whether there's physical decline.
Arthritis.
Yeah, absolutely, anything like that. So the pants that she is wearing, the side zip pants, as you can see, again, very nice. They're actually tapered at the bottom, so that makes a very nice style. They are accessible from the side here. They do have a snap, and the snap is positioned well to prevent pressure sores on the side. So these unsnap here, and they actually unzip all the way to the knee. Right. So this is a very nice pant, again, that's going to help with bathrooming, changing undergarments, things like that.
Right.
The pant is very flexible. It's got a nice waistband, very adaptive there. You know, just making it easy for someone that is assisting someone putting on slacks, or that individual that needs a little extra help in putting on that clothing.
Yeah, I liked it. Even though the waistband is flexible, it's not that gathered look like we typically think of with adaptive clothing, you know,
or with elastic,
exactly.
the typical elastic.
Exactly.
So it looks very nice. It's very stylish.
And the pleats in the front helps it hang really nicely. It's very nice.
Yes. So we're back here with Alex, and he is now modeling Joe and Bella's everyday polo and Care Zips pants for men. So as you can see, another very nice outfit.
Absolutely.
Really like this one as well. So this is an adaptive shirt, and let's show you why. Let's turn you this way, and let's turn you actually all the way around, Alex. So first of all, I want to show you how discreet this is. So you access this shirt from this side. Right. And it's very discreet looking. I love the look of the back of this because these snaps, which are right here, are actually hidden. So let's turn you back toward me. And so the way you access this shirt is from the snaps, and these snaps go all the way up to the collar and all the way down the shirt, okay?
That
so
way
this
you can slide it on like a hospital gown, and you won't have to raise
it opens
your arms up over your head.
Right, so it totally opens up the whole thing, and you can put your arms in just like a hospital gown.
Absolutely.
So love, love, love that. And again, this fabric is very stretchy, very soft, so it's going to help with caregiver assisting someone putting this on. You know, part of the thing that we have to remember is it's a strain for caregivers as far as, you know, trying to dress someone.
Right.
And this type of outfit or this type of shirt can be beneficial in helping them do that.
Right, and it's soft, the material's really soft, and it's stretchy, and so that way if there's any kind of edema or swelling in the upper extremities, it'll be gentle on the skin.
Right, right. So we have the Care Zip pants. Really like these as well. So as you can see, very fashionable. Let's turn you to the side here, Alex. So on both sides of these pants, you have the button here, or the snap here at the top, and these unzip down to the knee, okay? So this makes it very accessible for caregivers who are helping someone, maybe change an undergarment, something like that.
Right.
If you're dealing with a catheter, something like that, these are going to help tremendously with that type of care.
Both the caregiver and the individual as well. well.
Yes.
So if you're out in public, it just gives you easier access for you to go into the restroom and do some self-care.
Right, right. And now, besides that, with these Care Zip pants, there's actually a third zipper, which is very nice. So the third zipper runs from the inside of one knee all the way up through the crotch and down to the inside of the opposite knee, okay? And again, another access point to do things like catheter care, you know, incontinence care, things like that. Makes it very easy on the individual and the caregiver.
Absolutely.
This waistband is elastic, makes it very nice as far as comfort, but very stylish outfit. And again, that's why I like this line of clothing.
Right.
You know, it's stylish. You can't tell that it's adaptive clothing.
Right.
It gives those people that need that type of clothing that dignity when they're out in public. You know, they want to be just like everybody else.
Absolutely.
All right. So now we're going to take a look at the Joe and Bella Everyday Gripper Sock. First of all, I love these colors.
I know, right?
Yes, yes. And
so soft.
I know. They are. And the thing is, you know, gripper socks are very, very important around the house. If you've got slick floors, you know, if you are going without shoes, you've got to have something, whether it's a non-skid shoe or a non-skid sock. So
And even in carpeting, I think.
yeah, really. You need to have something. So as you can see, they've got the non-skid grippers on the bottom of each pair of socks, which is nice. And again, I love the colors.
Yeah, it's very grippy.
Yeah.
You've seen those hospital socks and stuff
Right.
like we use in therapy and stuff
Right.
too. These are very grippy and
Right.
stylish.
Yes, very stylish.
Yeah.
The other thing I like about the socks is that they have this little tab at the back. So this makes a very nice thing to, you know, grab onto to pull that sock up. Little tab right here, as you can see at the back of the sock.
Yeah.
And the other thing is they have minimal seams. So the minimal seam, and you can barely see it, but
Yeah,
it's, you know,
so minimal.
it's not abrasive. It's a very minimalized seam, which makes increased comfort, you know,
Absolutely.
especially if you've got edema or swelling or something like that.
Right. Or you know, like with diabetic neuropathy.
Right,
You know,
right.
people with diabetes and stuff. It's so important that they
Right.
make sure they check on their feet and take care of their feet and stuff. So
Yep.
that helps decrease any chance of getting a sore or anything on their feet.
Right,
So-
absolutely. So, you know, we've taken a look at the Joe and Bella apparel, and everything, again, is so stylish. They've got multiple colors for both men and women, so we're very pleased with this line of clothing.
Yeah.
So having adaptive clothing can certainly make a difference in improving an individual's independence as well as reducing strain on a caregiver.
And they're very stylish.
Yes,
That's what I like
yes.
most. So if you think Joe and Bella adaptive apparel would be helpful for you or someone you love, be sure to scan the QR code on the screen or visit safeandsound.media. So what do you think, Sin?
I say Joe and Bella's line of adaptive apparel get our AE Corner seal of approval. Thanks for joining us for this episode of Safe and Sound.
Adaptive concepts for a vibrant living.
Don't forget, all of these products plus a discount can be found at safeandsound.media.
Until next time, don't forget to stay safe and sound.
Tactical Rehabilitation believes in promoting solutions for drug-free and rehabilitative injury management, serving active duty veterans and their families. Through our exclusive partnership with Soul Supports, the world's leading custom orthotics, Tactical Rehabilitation offers prefabricated and custom bracing along with electrical stimulation therapies, all for at-home use. Our highly trained employees have a heart for serving others. For a full product listing and contact information, please visit our website, Tactical Rehabilitation.